First up on our extroversion expedition, we're talking about the friendly extrovert. These folks are like the warm hug of the personality type world. They radiate warmth, kindness, and genuine interest in others. If you've ever met someone who makes you feel instantly comfortable, like you've known them for years, chances are you were in the presence of a friendly extrovert. They just have this knack for making everyone feel seen and appreciated. They genuinely enjoy being around people and building close, meaningful relationships. They're the friends you can always count on for a heart-to-heart, the ones who remember your birthday and your favorite ice cream flavor. Their power? Creating a sense of harmony and belonging wherever they go. They're the glue that holds social groups together, the ones who bridge divides and foster genuine connections. It's important to note that being a friendly extrovert doesn't necessarily mean being the loudest voice in the room. They don't need to be the center of attention to feel energized by social interaction. In fact, they're often quite content being the listeners, offering a supportive ear and a kind word whenever needed. They find joy in the simple act of connecting with others, whether it's through deep conversations or shared moments of laughter. They tend to be easygoing and approachable, radiating a sense of calmness that puts others at ease. They're not afraid to be vulnerable, to share their own experiences, and empathize with the experiences of others. This authenticity is what draws people to them. It's refreshing to be around someone who's comfortable in their own skin, someone who values connection over competition. Of course, even the friendliest of extroverts encounter conflict from time to time. It's an inevitable part of life, right? But what sets them apart is their approach to navigating those tricky situations. They're natural mediators, always seeking to understand different perspectives and find common ground. They'd rather build bridges than walls, and they're skilled at diffusing tension with their calm demeanor and diplomatic approach. This doesn't mean they shy away from difficult conversations. They're not afraid to address issues head-on, but they do so with kindness and respect. They believe in preserving harmony, even when it means having tough conversations. So, the friendly extrovert teaches us the power of genuine connection, the importance of empathy, and the art of navigating conflict with grace. They remind us that kindness is significant, and that sometimes the most powerful voice in the room is the one that listens. Next up on our extrovert escapade, we're diving into the world of gregarious extroverts. If friendly extroverts are the warm hug, gregarious extroverts are the energy drink of the personality type world. They're energized by social interaction, and I mean truly energized. They get a rush from being surrounded by people, from the buzz of conversation and the laughter of a good time. Parties, gatherings, social events, these are their natural habitats. They thrive in environments where they can connect with lots of people, share stories, and soak up the collective energy. It's not just about the quantity of interactions for them, though. It's about the shared experience, the feeling of being part of something larger than themselves. They're like social magnets, drawing people in with their infectious enthusiasm and genuine interest in getting to know everyone in the room. It's easy to assume that gregarious extroverts are all about superficial small talk and flitting from one conversation to the next, never really diving deep into any single topic. And while they do enjoy a good chat about the weather or the latest movie, their conversations often start with these light topics as a way to break the ice. Their desire for connection runs much deeper than that. They crave meaningful interactions that go beyond the surface level, even if those interactions are brief. They have an innate ability to make others feel heard and valued in just a short amount of time. They have a knack for finding common ground with just about anyone, discovering shared interests and sparking engaging conversations that can leave a lasting impression. You'll often find them at the heart of any gathering, effortlessly drawing people into their orbit with their charisma and warmth. Introducing people who might not otherwise meet is one of their special talents. They see potential connections everywhere and take joy in bringing people together. Fostering a sense of community wherever they go, they're natural connectors, bridging gaps between individuals and creating a web of shared experiences that enrich everyone's lives. Their ability to create a web of shared experiences is truly remarkable. They understand that every interaction, no matter how small, can contribute to a larger tapestry of human connection. Their ability to navigate social situations with ease and enthusiasm is truly remarkable. They move through crowds with confidence, making each person they interact with feel special and important. They're not afraid to strike up a conversation with a stranger. seeing each new person as an opportunity to learn something new and expand their understanding of the world. They genuinely enjoy learning about other people's lives and perspectives. This curiosity drives them to ask thoughtful questions and listen intently, making others feel valued and understood. This genuine interest in others allows them to forge deep connections quickly. They don't just hear words, they listen to the emotions and stories behind them. In a world where many interactions can feel fleeting and shallow, these extroverts remind us of the power of truly connecting with others. They show us that even the briefest of conversations can be meaningful and impactful. So the next time you see someone effortlessly moving through a crowd, remember that there's more to their conversations than just small talk. They're weaving a tapestry of human connection, one meaningful interaction at a time. Okay, so we've talked about extroverts who love being friendly and those who thrive in group settings. But what about those who like to take the reins? That's where assertive extroverts come in. These are the folks who aren't afraid to speak their minds, to take charge, to lead the way. They're the ones organizing the game night, planning the pub crawl, leading the team meeting. They're not necessarily loud or overbearing, but they're definitely present and in command. This doesn't mean they're always right, of course, but they're comfortable expressing their opinions and advocating for themselves and others. Assertive extroverts aren't necessarily trying to boss everyone around. Their leadership style can actually be quite collaborative and inclusive. They often step up because they genuinely want to contribute and make things happen. They have a vision, and they're not afraid to articulate it and rally people around it. Think about that friend who always takes the lead in group projects, or the colleague who isn't afraid to challenge the status quo in a meeting. They're not doing it to be difficult. They're doing it because they care. They see a better way, a more efficient way, a more fun way, and they're not afraid to put themselves out there to make it a reality. One of the defining characteristics of assertive extroverts is their confidence. They're comfortable in their own skin, and they're not afraid to put themselves out there, even if it means taking a risk or facing potential criticism. This doesn't mean they're immune to self-doubt, but they don't let it paralyze them. They're willing to learn from their mistakes and move forward. They understand that growth and progress often involve a little bit of discomfort, and you know what? Their confidence can be contagious. Being around assertive extroverts can inspire us to be more assertive ourselves, to speak our truths, and to go after what we want. So next time you see someone confidently leading the charge, remember they might just be an assertive extrovert using their energy to make things happen. All right, let's talk about the Energizer bunnies of the extrovert world, those with high activity level. The high activity level extroverts are the people who are always on the move, constantly buzzing with energy. They have a seemingly endless supply of enthusiasm and a knack for packing their days full of activities. You know the type, right? They're the ones who somehow manage to squeeze in a morning workout, a full workday, volunteer commitments, and a social life, all while maintaining a seemingly impossible level of energy. They thrive on a fast-paced lifestyle and get antsy if they're stuck in one place for too long. They're the embodiment of the phrase, go, go, go. Now you might be thinking, that sounds exhausting, and you're not wrong. Being around someone with high activity levels can be a whirlwind of experiences. But here's the thing, they're not just busy for the sake of being busy. They genuinely enjoy being engaged and productive. They find joy in the hustle, in the constant motion, in checking things off their to-do list. It's not about being busy, it's about being fully immersed in life and all its possibilities. For them, idleness isn't just boring, it's almost physically uncomfortable. They need to be doing something, creating something, experiencing something. They're driven by an internal motor that seems to run on high-octane fuel. It's important to remember that everyone has their own rhythm, their own pace. What feels exhilarating to someone with high activity levels might feel overwhelming to others, and that's okay. There's no right or wrong way to be an extrovert. The important thing is to find what works for you. If you're someone who needs a little more downtime, a little more space to recharge, that's perfectly fine. Don't feel pressured to keep up with the high-energy extroverts of the world. Embrace your own unique energy levels, but if you do find yourself drawn to the energy of high-activity extroverts, don't be afraid to jump in and join the fun. They're always up for an adventure, always willing to try new things, and they just might inspire you to step outside your comfort zone and embrace a little more action in your own life. And then we have the excitement seekers. These are the excitement-seeking extroverts who live for the thrill, the adrenaline junkies who are always on the lookout for their next big adventure. These are the extroverts who make you say, "Whoa, slow down there, buddy." They thrive on the energy of the moment, always ready to dive headfirst into the unknown. They're not content just sitting around. Oh no, they gotta be out there, pushing boundaries, testing limits, and seeking out new experiences that make their hearts race. Doing stuff that makes my heart rate go up just thinking about it. Whether it's the rush of a roller coaster or the thrill of a high-speed chase, they are always in search of that next big rush. But that's what they love. The feeling of being alive, the surge of adrenaline coursing through their veins, it's what keeps them going. Novelty, stimulation, the rush of adrenaline, that's their jam. We're talking extreme sports, spontaneous road trips, and any activity that promises a new and exciting experience. Maybe even starting a business on a whim. For them, the excitement isn't just in the activity itself, but in the challenge and the unknown. The thing about excitement seekers is they're not just doing it for the thrill, although that's definitely a factor. They are driven by a deeper need, a need to experience life to the fullest, to feel truly alive. They want to squeeze every drop of excitement out of life, to live without regrets. They're driven by a need to experience life to the fullest, to feel truly alive. It's not just about the adrenaline, it's about the stories they can tell and the memories they can make. It's like the world is this giant playground and they want to try every single swing set, slide, and climbing frame, even if some of them look a little bit dangerous. They embrace the risk because they know that the greatest rewards often come from the greatest challenges, which, let's be honest, they often do. They are the ones who inspire us to step out of our comfort zones and to see the world as a place full of endless possibilities. So here's to the excitement seekers, the ones who remind us that life is meant to be lived to the fullest, with no holds barred and no adventure too big or too small. The constant whirlwind of activities, the never-ending quest for the next big thrill. And it's a lot to keep up with, especially if you're someone who prefers a more laid-back lifestyle. Being friends with an excitement-seeking extrovert can be a wild ride. It's like being on a ride that never stops. One moment you're laughing and having the time of your life, and the next, you're holding on for dear life, wondering what you've gotten yourself into. One minute you're grabbing coffee, catching up on the latest gossip, or discussing your favorite books. The next you're being whisked away on a weekend trip to go whitewater rafting. It's spontaneous, it's thrilling, and it's completely unpredictable. But here's the thing, their enthusiasm is contagious. You can't help but get swept up in their excitement, even if you initially resist. Even if you're a total homebody who loves nothing more than a quiet evening with a good book or a favorite TV show, deep down, there's a part of you that admires their zest for life. You start to see the world through their eyes, full of possibilities and adventures waiting to be had. They remind you that it's okay to step outside your comfort zone, to embrace the unexpected. It's a gentle nudge to try something new, to take a leap of faith. Plus, let's be real, their stories are always entertaining. Whether it's a hilarious mishap or an incredible adventure, they always have something interesting to share. Like, who else is going to come back from a Tuesday afternoon with a tale about accidentally joining a street performer's act? It's these unexpected moments that make life so rich and colorful. That's the thing about excitement seekers. They live for these moments. They thrive on the thrill of the unknown, the excitement of the unexpected. They collect experiences like some people collect stamps. Each adventure, each new experience, is a treasure to be added to their collection. Each one is a story waiting to be told, a memory to be cherished. It's a way of living that turns every day into an opportunity for something extraordinary. And in the end, it's these memories that we hold on to, that we look back on with a smile. They remind us of the times we stepped out of our comfort zones, the times we embraced the thrill of the unknown. So while it might be exhausting at times, it's also incredibly rewarding, because it's in these moments of adventure and excitement that we truly feel alive. So here's to the thrill of the unknown, to the excitement seekers who push us to live life to the fullest. May we all find a little bit of their spirit within us. Of course, like all personality types, excitement seekers have their quirks. They might struggle with boredom, routine, anything that feels too predictable. They might jump from one thing to the next without finishing what they started, always chasing that next adrenaline rush. And hey, sometimes they might drag you into something you're not totally comfortable with. It's important to set boundaries, to know your limits, even when they're busy trying to convince you to go skydiving with them. But ultimately, excitement-seeking extroverts bring a certain vibrancy to the world. They remind us that life is meant to be lived, explored, and yes, even a little bit feared. So next time you meet someone who's always up for an adventure, someone who embraces the unknown with open arms, you might just be face-to-face with an excitement-seeking extrovert. And who knows, maybe they'll inspire you to take a leap of faith yourself. Finally, we come to the cheerful extroverts. These are the folks who light up a room just by walking into it. They radiate positivity, optimism, and this infectious joy that's impossible to resist. You know the type, right? They're always smiling, always seeing the good in people, always finding the silver lining, even when it's pouring rain. It's like they have this endless supply of sunshine stored up inside them, just waiting to be shared with the world. And the best part is, their cheerfulness is contagious. Being around them just makes you feel better, lighter, like you can handle whatever life throws your way. They remind you that even when things are tough, there's still beauty to be found, kindness to be shared, and reasons to smile. Now, are you sure these cheerful extroverts aren't just faking it? Nobody can be that positive all the time. And you know what? You're right to be skeptical. We all have our bad days, even the most cheerful among us. But here's the thing about cheerful extroverts. Their positivity runs deeper than just surface-level happiness. It's ingrained in their outlook, their approach to life. They choose to focus on the good, to find the humor in difficult situations, to spread joy wherever they go. They're not ignoring the bad stuff, they're just choosing not to dwell on it. They understand that life is a mix of highs and lows, and they'd rather spend their time celebrating the highs and learning from the lows. Cheerful extroverts are like emotional radiators, warming up everyone in their vicinity. They have this unique ability to lift people up, to inspire hope, to make you feel seen and appreciated. They're the ones who remember your birthday, who offer a listening ear when you're feeling down, who celebrate your successes like they're their own. They genuinely care about others, and they want to see the people around them thrive. And you know what? The world needs more of that. We need people who remind us of the good, who spread joy and laughter, who make us believe in the power of human connection. So, if you're lucky enough to have a cheerful extrovert in your life, cherish them. They're a gift to this world. Well, there you have it. We've explored 6 distinct types of extroverts, from the friendly to the gregarious, the assertive to the active, the excitement-seeking to the cheerful. Remember, these are just broad categories, and people are complex. You might see yourself in multiple types, or you might know someone who defies categorization altogether. And that's okay. The point is to appreciate the diversity of human personality and to understand how different people experience and interact with the world around them. Thanks for sticking with me on this journey into the wonderful world of extroversion. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content. And be sure to let me know in the comments which type of extrovert you identify with most. Until next time.